Hello everyone, Richard Evans from NewTek here with another remote production tools video. And in one of my previous videos, I've shown how you can use the TriCaster to place a Skype call so that you can embed in remote callers directly into your broadcast. There's another feature within the TriCaster that lets you send an audio signal to your callers without it showing up in your production. So that way you can make different notes, etc. To your callers before you take the particular source live. So let's go ahead and get to it and show you how it's done. Alright, so here we are in the TriCaster TC1 interface, and the first thing that I want to draw your attention to is at the bottom of the screen in our audio mixer, next to all of our inputs and in between our media players, we see a tab here for our Talkback audio. Now what this is going to allow you to do is select any audio source coming into the TriCaster, either it being one of the physical inputs on the unit itself or an NDI source, and then assign that to the audio that you'll be sending to your Skype caller. So it's an automatic audio mix minus. You don't have to set up any audio routing. This is already set up for you. Okay? So now, again, just a reminder, whenever you're doing your Skype calls, what's going to end up happening is by default, the SkypeTX caller will receive your Mix 1 output. So whatever you have on your Mix 1 output is what's going to be heard in your caller's ears. So in this particular example, my mix number 1 is getting my program video and my master audio. But when I have a source assigned in here, I can then switch it over to that using this feature here that I'm about to show you. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll go into input number 2 here. And on my source drop down, let's select my SkypeTX caller number 1. All right, now I'm not going to bother anybody to do a Skype call right now, but in my previous videos, that's where we had our Skype call coming in. And if we look at the very bottom of the screen, input number 2, now you'll see a few changes here to that particular audio channel. So now I have a Skype icon next to it, and all that really means is that it's identifying that this is a Skype caller that will also receive the talkback audio when we press this button here at the bottom, which is talk. So whenever I click on that, what that will allow me to do is it will switch the audio over from my master audio and bring in the audio from whatever I have assigned over here on my talkback. So that way you can tell your caller, if they need to adjust their tie or something, if they need to kick a cat out of the room or something like that, it will be able to communicate with your caller without having to have that audio appear in your master audio. So let's go ahead and show you how to do that. So let's go into Talkback and we'll click on this gear icon here and click on this drop down. And again, if I go to my local sources, I can plug in like an XLR into input number 1 or my 1/4-inch inputs into 2 or 3 or 4 here on my TC1. But you could also select any audio source broadcasting over NDI. Okay? So right now you'll see that I have over in input number 10, I have my volcano eruption going on. And I currently have that muted so that it's not appearing in my master audio. But I'm going to go ahead and select that source for my connection for my talkback, right? And that's going to be coming from my NC1IO. And now you'll see that I have the rumble from that volcano going through here, and it's showing up in my talkback audio VU meters. But again, not showing up over in master, which is nice. So now all I have to do is when I've made my Skype call, I can just go over to my input 2, click on talk, that will turn blue, and now they're receiving the audio from this talkback channel instead of the Mix 1 audio coming out of that. So great way for you to communicate with your Skype caller without having to set up any complex mix minus audio routing. We've already built that in for you. So as you can see, this is a pretty cool feature for you to be able to communicate with your Skype caller without having to have your direction being sent out all over the place and heard in your broadcast. Now, for more videos like this one, please subscribe to our YouTube page at youtube.com/NewTekInc. And for more information on TriCasters and other NewTek products, please talk to your local reseller or visit newtek.com. Until then, thank y'all for watching, be safe out there, and we'll talk to you soon.